Nicolas Rion is a French competitive sailor with many races and several international victories under his belt. He needs a very light, long-lasting energy source on his boats. He relies on a type of methanol-powered fuel cell to power all his navigational electronics and in harsh conditions. These lighter fuel cells are produced in this laboratory in Munich, Germany. They are designed to power, over several months, small electronic devices, like, for example, small home appliances, or gadgets for travel or leisure.
Fuel cells that are 80% lighter than conventional batteries are manufactured in this laboratory.
Behind the invention of these lighter fuel cells is German chemical and mechanical engineer Manfred Steffener. He and his team have created a very compact and portable fuel cell battery. The idea that Manfred Steffener had in the 1990s was basically to replace hydrogen, the traditional fuel cell's power source, with methanol. Methanol is an alcohol used, for example, in antifreeze and windshield wiper fluid. 4 times denser than hydrogen, it requires less storage space and therefore reduces battery weight. The team successfully managed to miniaturize the fuel cell structure, making it more commercially viable.
Methanol is a liquid fuel with a very high energy density and can be transported very easily. So it's much easier for smaller fuel cells to use methanol instead of hydrogen, to be transported, to fill like in small cartridges, or to provide like very long run times for fuel cells.
Steffener has also created yet another kind of fuel cell device powered by natural gas, destined for domestic power and heat in homes. He says this device can make large savings on our energy bills and reduce CO2 emissions by 40%.
The fuel cell works like this, that it takes normal natural gas from the grid and produces electricity, so which covers about 40 to 60% of the total electricity demand of a typical European home, and it covers also like the full warm water demand of these homes.
Steffener, aged 42, is among the nominees for the European Inventor Award organised by the European Patent Office, which is taking place in June in Copenhagen. After his studies, he decided that the use of hydrogen in big, heavy fuel cells was completely unrealistic.
During my PhD thesis that I started in 1997 here at the Technical University of Munich, so I realized that like hydrogen-powered cars that everybody wanted at that time were not ready for commercialization because they were too expensive and hydrogen infrastructure was not there. So my idea was like to realize fuel cells for smaller devices with a factor of 1,000 lower power.
How did you feel after discovering this new technology?
Today, you could see that the methanol fuel cell I've invented now like 15 years ago is the first commercial product in the fuel cell market, and of course this is a very satisfying feeling that today people are really using products based on the invention that I made many years ago.
Steffener is convinced that fuel cells can spawn a range of new ideas and applications to help satisfy the ever-growing energy needs of our society.